Hello everybody, it's NaNoWriMo time again, and yes, my hair needs a wash, and no, I don't have any makeup on, but I'm starting this video now because if I don't then I won't, and NaNoWriMo has crept up on me again this year, as it always does every year. I'm finding very much that in my cycle of being a freelancer, the autumn is super busy for me, so I'm finding that people get in touch with me in September and want to do lots of work over the winter period, and therefore by the time I come to November, I'm really busy with stuff. I've also just had October, we've done all our Halloween content, so am I ready for NaNoWriMo? No. Have I planned for NaNoWriMo? No. Am I still going to do it? Yes. And I've got a wonderful business coach, Laura, who is basically like having a sister to chat to and to go through all of the kind of things that are tripping you up in life. And she helps me kind of get focused. And we've decided that I can do very small things and still hit my NaNoWriMo goals. So I have 2 goals for this year, 2 targets I'm hoping to hit. The first one is that I am applying to the Discoveries Prize for Fiction, which is the Women's Prize for Fiction competition that they do for unpublished fiction writers. So I want to complete at least the first draft of my application for the Discoveries Prize. Now, I'm not submitting my Lighthouse novel to this Discoveries Prize. I'm actually submitting a different novel. I'm going to talk about this more in the catch-ups that I do every week, but that's the first thing. The second thing is that I want to get finished with a particular section of the Lighthouse novel. Hold on, I need to make some coffee. Right, I've got you balanced on a spaghetti thing. So for the Lighthouse novel, I have been stalling pretty much at a certain person's story. So the book is set in the mid-noughties. That's kind of the present day bit. It's set in the mid-noughties, and then it goes back all the way back to the late 1700s at the time of our lighthouse keeper, and then it comes forward to the early 1900s with another lighthouse keeper. Now that kind of third character, the early 1900s character, was only really devised very last minute in August. I hadn't really thought about her as a kind of main character, but it adds depth, it adds an extra story element that helps the 1700s story come full pace up to the 2000s story in terms of like how archive records have survived, how the story of the 1700s lighthouse keeper has survived. We need an interim kind of archive keeper, and that's who my 1900s character is. But I haven't wrote her story, so I did a lot of planning. I wrote out kind of her section, her chapter, well, it's not chapter, it's like a series of chapters for the book, but I haven't written it, and I think that's where I've been stalling. So my plan for NaNoWriMo is to finish her section. Her name is Alison, and she is one of the first lighthouse keepers in the UK. Not historically accurate, this is historical fiction, but is loosely based on the first female lighthouse keeper in America, which was a little bit earlier in period. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to finish my Discoveries Prize for Fiction entry, and I'm also going to finish Elsie's story for the Lighthouse novel. And that's it. I'm not setting myself a goal in terms of word count because, as you will know if you followed me on NaNoWriMo before, I very rarely hit my word count because I do write around my full-time job. My full-time job is as a marketing consultant, if this is the first video of mine that you're seeing. If it is, I'm sorry. I don't normally look like this. My full-time job is as a marketing consultant, and it is very busy at the moment. So I can't do 10,000 words. I can't write a 40,000 word novel this month. It just is not going to happen. So those are my 2 targets. I am going to set myself a target of writing or doing some kind of creative work on both of those projects. And I'm going to spend 30 minutes, that's all, every day, Monday to Friday throughout November. So that's the target in terms of like time input or word count. Although obviously I won't be doing a word count because if I'm just doing 30 minutes, I'm not going to be able to write that many words. But if I can get 30 minutes into my day, every day throughout November, despite being super busy, then I can prove to myself that actually it's me that's holding me back from moving forward with my writing task. I can't really blame my business anymore. I know. Do you want to come and say hello? Oh, this is Stanley. Stanley's the brains behind the operation. Well, you're the face of the operation, aren't you? You're very beautiful, but you're not very clever, are you, Bess? Yeah. Right, what are you wanting? Oh, he's just wanting to bite me. Okay. Oh. It's a bit aggressive, is Stanley, I have to say. He's wanting biscuits is what he's wanting. He's not wanting love and attention. Right, I've put my coffee in. I need my milk. So yeah, that is the plan. The plan is that I am going to do 30 minutes every day. So today I'm going to do my 30 minutes at the end of the day. So I think that's probably when I'll most likely do it, is at the end of the day, because I think I've mentioned this in another video, but if not, because the Lighthouse novel is quite a gothic historical novel, it's quite old. A lot of it is kind of set, there's a bit of paranormal element to it and that kind of thing. Because of that, I find writing at night to be kind of more inspiring. I can put my lamp on, I put my fairy lights on, it's all dark everywhere. I just find it a lot more inspiring for getting into the kind of scene that I'm writing. So yeah, so that is the plan. That is the NaNoWriMo plan. And I'm going to be doing, so throughout November, my kind of general content for the channel is going to be more books, literature and writing based, because if any of you guys are doing NaNoWriMo, which I know quite a lot of my followers do every year, I really want the content for this month to be helpful and kind of inspiring, and to kind of give us all that boost of confidence and that boost of energy that can help us get towards our goals. So I have another book review video coming up, and it's going to be looking at A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, that book, because I read that, and also looking at Manacled by Senlin Yu, which is the Dramione fan fiction that has been absolutely sweeping TikTok recently. So some really interesting kind of formats and literary techniques to be looking at. So my book review videos are definitely, they've taken a change recently from, oh, I really liked this book, to actually like investigating the kind of narrative techniques and seeing what we can learn as consumers when it comes to writing our own novels. So that's kind of the plan with that. So there's one of those coming out this month. And then I obviously haven't got my content planner in front of me, so I can't remember what the rest of it is. But it's going to be very much kind of books and writing. I think I might do another day in the life of a writer, although that'll probably have to be on a weekend, because obviously my days are very much as a marketing consultant at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that kind of content as my regular Monday video. And then I think what I'm going to do is a NaNoWriMo update, and I'll probably do those over the weekend or like on a Friday or something like that. They're going to be very short. I'm going to try and keep them under kind of 10 minutes, maybe 5-6 minutes, just to show you what I've managed to do in that week and how I'm feeling about getting towards those 2 goals that I mentioned. And I'm going to try, I'd really love to do a time lapse. I'd really love to film myself for those 30 minutes every day and then do like a fun time lapse each week of how many days that I've done it. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it in this video because then I can hold myself accountable and you guys can hold me accountable. And I think it'll help as well, because if I put my phone on a tripod for 30 minutes and I can't get distracted by it. So that's the plan. So I'll leave this here. This is literally just the introduction to NaNoWriMo. This is what I'm going to be doing this year. And please let me know if you're doing NaNoWriMo as well. What projects are you working on, if you're happy to share? And what are your goals? What are your targets for the year? And is there any particular content that you'd like to see? Like, is there any thing that you're struggling with? Tell me where you're hitting roadblocks. Tell me where you're struggling with your writing, whether it is actual writing technique stuff or whether it's kind of confidence and that kind of mental block that we all get sometimes. And if you tell me what you're struggling with, then I will try and tailor my content around that so that it's useful for you. All right, guys, see you soon.